Good morning, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora, machismo. My people, it has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you re-enslaved the African American? All in all, it was another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. There is nothing particularly interesting that I should bring to your attention as it relates to my protest. And as you know, when I have protested and I've brought you an update as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring you something of a social nature as it relates to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My people, by no means, I am not above criticism. I am not offended when people criticize me and what I say. But sometimes the criticism that comes from people have to be questioned. Let me tell you what I'm speaking about. Last week I brought you some information that the public did not know. And this information has to do with Ralph Gonsalves' declaration in 2001 that he was going to make St. Vincent and the Grenadines ungovernable. We saw he used the members of the union to create a roadblock situation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that has come to be known as the roadblock revolution. Most of us as Vincentians thought that that was what he meant when he said he was going to make St. Vincent and the Grenadines ungovernable. But from what we saw and the results of the roadblock revolution, it did not really obstruct the governance of the country. However, it prevented some people from getting to work on time, and those people eventually got to work and they were able to perform their duties. However, it was brought to my attention sometime after Ralph Gonsalves became Prime Minister that this was his plan. He had several cells of criminals about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. One cell was given firearm and was told that they must go and shoot people on the streets. The other cell was given gasoline and they were told to target free, very profitable business in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the city, Kingston. Now, I brought this to your attention because I heard Mr. Wickham says that the political observers are of the opinion that Ralph Gonsalves is expecting or making his argument for a uplift in violence in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I thought it was appropriate to bring to your attention Ralph Gonsalves' plan for 2001 had there not been a peaceful transition of government where the Unity Labour Party would have been the victor in the general election in May of 2001. My people, I knew what Ralph Gonsalves' intention was then, and I know the condition he finds himself in now and how he don't want to leave government because he would rather be dead than to have his secrets and his mismanagement of government be exposed while he is alive. I thought it was my duty to my people to bring to your attention what have happened in 2001 or what could have happened if there wasn't a peaceful transition of government where the Unity Labour Party were declared the winner of the general election. There are some people who find it hard to believe that Ralph Gonsalves would have sacrificed them and their children in order to become Prime Minister. There are some people who find it hard to believe that what I am saying is truth. There are some people who find it hard to believe that Ralph Gonsalves, a Caucasian, will be willing to sacrifice the life of black Vincentians for his own benefit. My people, if you find this hard to believe, you are only a kunumunu, because it is written all through the annals of history that white people sees Vincentians as, not really Vincentians, but black people, as dispensable. Slavery shows that they don't care about the life of Vincentians. You have to remember that the Caucasians community have not changed. They only change their behaviors to adjust to the times that we are living in, but their sole intention is the same. For example, I brought to your attention that it was a Caucasian's plan to enslave the entire black nation by 2025. And they were going to take control of their slaves as they did in the transatlantic slave trade. But the only thing is that they're going to do it using, it was just a few decades ago that white people in South Africa were shooting down black men and women in the streets of Soweto, in the township. Just a few decades ago. It was in my lifetime when the Punnets in Georgetown, the Caucasians people, were shooting black people for picking up a coconut off of the streets that run through their lands. Kelvin de Freitas, a man from Bottomtown, was shot in the head in the 1970s for taking up a coconut on the Punnets land in Georgetown. That was in my lifetime. So how come you can't believe, and most of you who don't believe these things are older than I am, or about the same age that I am. So you have the experience that I have. You know what white people gives, but yet you're pretending that all is well because you probably voted for Ralph Gonsalves. No, you are only used because that is what they do. They use people for their own benefits, and you have no other value than to be used for their benefit. My people, this is the fact as it stands. You not believing will not change the fact as it stands. Don't forget, my name is Chief Strongblood. Like this video, share this video, leave a comment, or subscribe to this channel or this page wherever you are watching this from. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the Diaspora Machismo. I'll talk to you later.